Good evening. Just a real quick announcement. If you have difficulty dealing with the heat and the humidity, we do have two areas right across the hall here in our library and our library media center. It's much cooler. We're streaming graduation there, so you wouldn't miss what's happening. But it is a place for you to be that's much cooler.
Good evening. If we could have everybody take their seats, the graduates will be coming in. Please clear the hallway. Please clear the aisles. There is also an overflow in the media center. If someone wants a seat in there, it will be broadcast.
Good evening, Liberty High School. Today is Friday, June 28th, 2019. Today is graduation. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, everyone, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2019. My name is Katie Decker, and this year I had the honor of serving as the senior class president. Now, I want you all to take a minute and think back to the many first times that you experienced at Liberty. There's the first day of kindergarten or preschool, when you squeezed your parents' hands, hoping they wouldn't leave without you. Then there's the start of middle school, where you changed your outfit 30 times until you found the one that would make the best first impression. Fast forward 4 more years to the start of high school. Freshman year would unlock the door to the many firsts that high school brings. The first homecoming, the first dance, the first color wars, the first pep rally, the first time that many of us even took a regents exam, the first relationship, the first time we felt a true loss, the first time we started to feel like we belonged somewhere. High school was full of firsts, but then in September, senior year finally arrived, and it turned into a year full of lasts. The last game, the last dance, the last time hearing the morning announcements, the last regents or high school final, the last color wars, the last time standing on the lunch line, and the last times you'll sit next to the kids you grew up with in class. This year, I was able to serve as class president, and I am so proud to say that this year of lasts brought our class together. During the beginning of high school, we were very divided, but by coming together as a group and with the help of so many supportive staff members, we were able to save our senior year. Before I finish, I want to personally thank my family. Dad, thank you for supporting me and for pushing me to do my best. Mom, thank you for wiping my tears and for believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. Joseph, thank you for being my best friend and for teaching me. And for teaching me about second chances. As this ceremony comes to a close, take a look around at the people in this room. The friends we've made, the peers who we've learned from, the parents who supported us, and the staff who believed in our success. We wouldn't have made it here without you all, and we're extremely thankful for that. It is hard to break away from the comforts of home, but now that high school and the year of last times is over, go out into the world and live. You all have the world at your fingertips and can do whatever you set your minds to. This is the start of something new for each and every one of us, and every one of you deserves something great. As you move on, I hope you take the memories of Liberty with you and that you will forever bleed red and white. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Kleinberger, not Paulina, for those of you who still can't seem to get it right. I'm standing before you today to congratulate the class of 2019 for this monumental achievement. But first, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone for being here tonight, and to especially thank all the parents, siblings, teachers, and administrators for helping us get to this point. The students graduating today have worked very hard, and I, for one, am very proud of my peers. We have been quite notorious throughout our educational careers, but in the end, we have come a long way. From the beginning, the class of 2019 has been known to stir up trouble, and people didn't appreciate that, so they gossiped about us and doubted us. But again, despite all odds working, we are still walking across the stage and getting our diplomas. I truly feel honored to be a part of this class. One of our most defining moments was this year's Color Wars. If I close my eyes and think back to a moment that perfectly describes our class, it would be when we, as a whole, stood as a unified front and went on to win Color Wars. Don't check the scoreboard. But that situation just represents who we are so well. We are not your ordinary class. We are eccentric. We can be mischievous. We test boundaries and we push limits. But we do it together, and that's how we've always been. If no one ever questions the status quo, how will broken things ever get fixed? The short answer is they won't. And that's why, even though people may not like our curious, boundary testing minds, they need us. We are the kind of people who change the world. And yeah, that sounds like a cliche, but it's true. Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Einstein, so many revolutionary people in the world were just like us, troublemakers. They made history, and so can we. I was asked many times this year what piece of advice I would give the underclassmen. But really, all I could think of was advice that I would give my fellow graduates. Persevere. Life isn't easy, but neither was high school. We've made it this far, so I can guarantee that each and every one of you can be successful in whatever your next endeavor is. And that's because, just like the other world changers, you've persevered. When I look out at all of you sitting there waiting, I no longer see kids that have worked hard for 13 years in order to move on to another chapter of their lives. I see doctors, lawyers, businessmen, teachers, farmers, programmers, artists, military personnel, plumbers, athletes, and all sorts of technical persons. We are the next generation of leaders, and again, I know it's a cliche, but I can't help it because cliches are meant to give hope, and that's what we stand for. Hope for everyone's future. Hope that someday we'll change the world by being the best we can be in whatever profession we choose. Each and every one of us has the potential to be something greater than anything we could have ever imagined for ourselves. As Arnold Palmer once said, the most rewarding things in life are often the ones that look like they cannot be done. Though each of us may define success differently, all of us want to be successful in life. If you want it bad enough and work for it every day, you can have it, regardless of the definition. People say you can't have it all. Life will even keep knocking you down, but you can have it all. You just have to remember perseverance will get you to your destination. The other day, I was speaking to a person who made a joke about our class that referenced our lack of achievements. And of course, me being a polite young lady, I smiled and laughed. But no one can say that about us now because look where we are, moments away from graduating. Achieving one of the greatest things in life, an education, something that many people can't do. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to have faith in yourself because sometimes people won't. And despite the tough times that we are bound to encounter, success is in all of our futures. Congratulations, class of 2019. You did it and will continue to do so for lifetimes to come. Thank you.
Good evening, Board of Education members, faculty, staff, families, friends, and classmates. Tonight, we are here to celebrate the definitive end to a 4-year journey. For some of us, the end of this journey was marked by the last day of classes when we walked through the halls of the high school, middle school, and elementary school one last time as Liberty students. For others, it was over in May when we finished the spring sports season, and for a few of us, it's been over since we received our acceptance letters. Thankfully, we have not traveled this journey alone. We all have people who have helped us reach this day, and I would like to take the time to recognize them. Thank you to all the faculty and staff at Liberty High School. Thank you to the coaches who have helped us learn lessons beyond the classroom. Thank you to my classmates. You made my time at Liberty memorable, and I look forward to seeing what you all do in the future. Thank you to my sisters Melissa and Maria for being there to help me whenever I need you, especially the day before a deadline. You are truly the best sisters a little brother could ask for most of the time. Thank you to my brother Christopher. Who could forget Christopher? You led by example for all three of us being the oldest, and we're all grateful that you were the test dummy and we were not. Lastly, thank you to my mom and dad. You've guided me and supported me every step of the way. You have always had my best interests at heart, and I wouldn't be standing here today without you. Up until this point, these people have been there to encourage us and keep us focused. As we move on to the next stage of our lives, it will be our responsibility to motivate ourselves. For some of us, that thought can be daunting because we are afraid of failure and the unknown, myself included. As you might have gathered from the other speeches you've heard today, our class has not always had the best reputation. However, considering all that we've accomplished in just this past year, I would argue we're ready to tackle many of life's challenges. On the field and on the court, we led 5 teams to earning home sectional games. This included girls and boys soccer, girls and boys basketball, and our softball team. On our wrestling team, we had 2 seniors become Section 9 champs and compete in the state championship in Syracuse. During our sophomore year, we helped found the Liberty High School chapter of Future Business Leaders of America. This year, we served as officers of this group and mentors to the underclassmen. 2 of us competed at the FBLA state finals, and 1 of us placed to compete in nationals in San Antonio, Texas. We played the lead roles in this year's fall play Clue and this year's musical The Guys and Dolls. 2 of us were regional Golden Key Award winners for our extraordinary artwork, and 4 of us helped create one of the best yearbooks Liberty has seen in many years. Throughout our high school journey, we have grown into competent young adults who have the knowledge and skills to be successful, and it is up to us to use them. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed." In other words, if you give up without even trying because you're afraid of disappointment, then you will never reach your goals. The fear of failing is one of the most challenging things to overcome, but once we do, it opens up endless possibilities for us. If there's anything that I've learned during my time at Liberty, it is that through dedication and hard work, you will be able to achieve more than you think possible of yourself. Never put limits on what you can accomplish, whether you're headed to a college, trade school, the workforce, or the military. It will be your internal motivation that will drive your personal success. So class of 2019, today let's celebrate all that we've accomplished during our time at Liberty High School, and tomorrow let's commit to motivating ourselves to achieve our greatest potential in spite of the fear of failure. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2019.
All right, so class of 2019, one more selfie. Here we go.
That's a big stick. You could hurt somebody with that. All right, everybody gang up.
All right. Thank you, Katie, Paul, and Sarah. I'm sorry. The real kicker is I don't actually know Paulina, although I can guess she's right over here because she and Sarah look a lot alike. I just like to get Sarah to laugh about it. There's no greater honor for a high school principal than to stand before you on graduation day, ready to congratulate you on your accomplishment of 13 years of hard work. This is to date the longest experience and accomplishment that you've had. It is the first major milestone to the many that you will have in your life. For me, you hold a special place in my heart as my first graduating class as a high school principal. I have thoroughly enjoyed the time we've spent together, getting to know you, and how many of you have made me laugh. We've had many enjoyable experiences. Birthday selfies, or at least I think they were enjoyable. Pep rallies, color wars, concerts, games, art shows, prom, senior assembly, senior walk, award ceremonies, just to name a few. But more importantly, I enjoyed watching you grow. Just from September until now, you've all grown significantly. Before I give you the best advice you'll ever receive, and you will remember for your entire life, I want to give thanks. That is a joke. I won't take offense if you don't remember anything I say today, except for the fact that it's sweltering. I want to specifically thank everyone who played a part in the class of 2019 being here today. Your parents, our teachers, our staff, and especially you. This is a time to pat yourself on the back for a job well done. This is a highly momentous occasion that you will remember forever. Cherish it. Thank your parents, your family, your teachers, your coaches, friends, advisors, and influential adults, because no one accomplishes something this significant without being supported along the way. I also want to thank, on a personal note, my wife Jamie and my daughters Juliana and Alicia, who sacrificed so much in order for me to do what I love. Colin Powell, the 65th Secretary of State and retired four-star general, famously stated, "There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure." We use the term lifelong learner often, and it's now a centerpiece of our new mission statement for the high school, as it deserves to be. However, I think it's important that you internalize and take this term seriously. The skills that you have learned will have to propel you where you want to go. The fact is, the career path that you may pursue may not have even been created yet. And in all likelihood, your career will change several times, from its beginning to its end. The only way to compete and be successful in our ever-changing world and this new era is to continue learning and growing forever. Forever. My hope is that we have prepared you for this constant learning and that you are career ready. That's right, I said career ready. Because although I continue to maintain that all of you should continue your education at your pace and keep striving for the highest level of education in order to set yourself apart from the other 7 billion people on earth, I want you to be able to change and learn with the needs of your career. I think you're all very aware of how to be successful in high school, and you will adapt to college life. Go to class, learn, do the work, pass your tests in a continuous fashion. While I'm sure your college experience will be fruitful, the college structure of education will not change dramatically while you are there. The secret is that the real world is changing at the speed of light. The speed of change at high school or college as compared to life is the equivalent of bringing a canoe to a speedboat race or a horse to a NASCAR race. Whether your plans are career, college, or military as your next step, you'll be stepping into the skies of life at some point. And in order to keep up with that light speed, you'll have to keep learning and growing, and you'll need to be flying a plane. I believe in each and every one of you, and I know that if you work hard and continue to learn and grow, you will succeed in accomplishing the goals you set. My last pieces of advice are just a reiteration of what the top 10 of the class of 2019 said in the video that's posted on the website. Gregory Stedner Burks, surround your people who will support you and your education. Kelsey Morgans, if you don't know something, ask for extra help until you understand it. Jelaine Evangelista, live every moment to the fullest. Live every moment to the fullest because time goes by fast. Don't let life pass you by while you sit and watch. Michael Cohen, don't feel left out if you're not an athlete. There are a multitude of clubs to join. Also, make sure you stay hydrated. It's important for your health. Katie Decker, know your priorities. Jerica Fleischman, take advantage of sports and clubs. Ben Quackenbush, take advantage of your opportunities. Abby Milling, hop on top of college, or I say career, stuff early so that you can enjoy your senior year to the fullest. Sarah Kleinberger, it's okay to have a small group of friends. And Paul Szymanski, set goals for yourself. If you don't know what you're working towards, it's hard to find the motivation to put in the extra work to be successful. Now that you are graduating, you have more control over your life than ever. Seize the moment. Shoot for the stars. Never stop learning. Prepare, work hard, and learn from failure, and you shall succeed. Be courageous and aim high. No one defines your success or your life but you. Seniors, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Congratulations, class of 2019. You did it.
Good evening, seniors, parents, guardians, Board of Education members, administrators, teachers, and staff. Over the past 2 years, I have had the pleasure of getting to know the class of 2019, and I recently met with several seniors asking them to share some of their personal experiences at LCS with me. Tonight, I'd like for all of us to get to know the class of 2019 a little bit better by first looking back at their elementary school days, reliving some of their middle school experiences, and tracing the journey to their final days here at Liberty High School. A reoccurring theme that I heard from the students is that they have been known as the class with a less than stellar reputation. For example, there was no senior class trip this year, and many seniors feel they have not been held in the highest regard here at Liberty. While many of you may be thinking, well, this is only their perception, in life, perception often becomes reality. I'd like for you to hold on to that thought for a bit later, as I want to come back to this topic. But first, I ask all of you to please join me in opening the time capsule of the class of 2019. Our journey appropriately begins around the year 2010, where a group of third graders, who are now our graduating seniors, were so excited to create a time capsule together as a class. They couldn't wait until they would be able to open it and revel in their childhood memories at a later date, perhaps the perfect time like their senior year of high school. Unfortunately for them, the time capsule would remain sealed forever as a parking lot was placed over where their time capsule was buried. Things started looking up the following year in 4th grade as the students got to experience the excitement of seeing a hot air balloon brought to Liberty Elementary School. That excitement quickly turned to horror as the kids witnessed their principal at the time get into the hot air balloon and almost fall out. Oddly enough, many of our graduates seem to have the fondest memories of attending LES at a time when constant renovations were occurring to expand the building. I was starting to see a trend here regarding their perceptions. When chatting with our seniors further, I noticed many of their faces light up when they discussed the good memories from elementary school, like the big toy on the playground that everyone wanted to go on, dancing in the park where they had a great time, the Celebrate Success theme throughout the school year with each play they saw, the Ned Zone experience where they were able to play with their yo-yos, and being invited to the principal's table where 2 students from each class would have lunch with the principal every month, fancy tablecloth and all. The class of 2019 was nervous but also excited to move up the hill to Liberty Middle School, as many had older siblings or cousins to inform them of what it was like there. It helped that the students met their 5th grade homeroom teachers the year before, but it was still a big deal to leave behind the cubbies at LES for lockers at LMS. While they enjoyed playing Foursquare and dodgeball at recess, they were disappointed that lunch was now divided up by last name, which meant that many members of the class could no longer eat and play with their friends from before. These middle school letdowns were offset by fond memories, like the beloved Miss Zilko, the middle school nurse, and the excitement for big events like the 8th grade field day barbecue. The snack cart, home economics, and the Tamagotchi are just some of their great memories that our class of 2019 has from their middle school days. 9th grade brought our current graduates new opportunities as high schoolers, like attending numerous football games due to the success of Liberty's team that year. It was then that they truly began to experience the meaning of Liberty pride. The teenage years also came with challenges, both new and old, for the class of 2019. 10th grade became known as a time of broken windows for many, and the students also experienced the familiar feeling of being in a construction zone at school while renovations were happening at LHS. The trend continues. By 11th grade, the challenges of high school had built up for the class of 2019, and many members of this class felt that everyone had given up on them. It wasn't until 12th grade that things began to change. Mr. Minton became the class advisor, and the seniors felt that this was the beginning of their grade finally coming together. This was also around the time when I began to really get to know them as a class. I was able to see the wins and losses of Color Wars and how it brought the class of 2019 closer together. You had great themes throughout high school, such as Disney, boot camp, construction, and Woodstock. I also witnessed the class come together to support their athletes, musicians, artists, and scholars. One of the bonuses was the football team winning the homecoming game this year on our home field. Our seniors enjoyed this year's prom with photo shoots on the red carpet, the dancing, and the delicious food. I must add that they looked great at prom and had a wonderful time. Throughout the year, I had the pleasure of seeing them at athletic events, plays, musicals, concerts, monthly meetings with the Student Liaison Committee, the Academic and Athletic Block L Award ceremonies, Senior Assembly, Senior Parade, and now here at graduation, where they get to say they graduated with Mrs. Labat, Miss Davies, and Mr. Fleck. They also experienced Mr. Adams' selfies. Now that we've taken a trip down memory lane, I want to address the class of 2019 directly and revisit your perception of how you are viewed by sharing my own perception of you. Over the past 2 years that I've been at Liberty, I have found your class to be polite, caring, and a wonderful group of young people. I noticed how you all supported one another during this school year, how giving you were at the spring concerts where you gave your teachers gifts, and I am beyond pleased with your academic success this year, as well as your numerous musical, artistic, and athletic accomplishments. The list is quite extensive. To me, you really came together as a class to save senior year, and I will always remember you as the class with class. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my perception of the class of 2019, and that, my friends, is reality. Congratulations to you, the class of 2019, and may each of you be successful in college, the military, the workforce, or whichever path you choose after today. With Liberty Pride, your Superintendent of Schools.
Good evening. I've had the honor to serve as president of the Board of Education, and I want to take a moment to thank the board for trusting me to preside over them, a fine group of public servants. So on behalf of the Board of Education, I'd like to welcome everyone to this year's commencement ceremonies. I extend this welcome and a thank you to Dr. Tornatori and all of the staff of Central Administration. I want to welcome and thank you to Principal Adam, his high school administrators, the faculty, and the high school support staff. But most importantly, welcome to our graduating students and the family and friends that are here tonight. From the stage, watching the parade of seniors pass by, presenting them with their hard-earned diplomas, and shaking the hand of each graduate is by far the highlight of the year for the Board of Education. But I want to take a moment and acknowledge the audience tonight, because there's an old adage that states it takes a village to raise a child, and of course, I want to change village to community. So it reads that it takes a community to raise a child. It takes a community with grit, kindred spirit, to bring a child into their own. And I say that is what the Liberty community is all about. So a heartfelt thank you for everybody for being part of the Liberty community. To the class of 2019, as you turn your tassels tonight, we see the product of years of education from the school district, from you, the community. We've saw your academic achievements. We've noticed your creative expressions. We've cheered your athletic accomplishments. And we all smile when you hold yourselves to a high standard of social responsibility. You are accomplished young adults ready to launch into your next experience. And wherever that brings you and you land, please find the time, get involved in your community, and help raise the next generation. To all of you, remember the class of 2019 and all their successes are your successes. Congratulations to you all, and congratulations to the class of 2019. Thank you very much.
Paul Szymanski. Sarah Kleinberger. Abrielle Milling. Benjamin Quackenbush. Jerica Fleischman. Katie Decker. Michael Cohn. Jelaine Evangelista. Kelsey Morgans. Gregory Stedner Burks. Kevin Alvarado. Taylor Arpino. Mikhail Batiste. Haley Benson. Juan Pablo Barrera Duran. Kimberly Brengard. Ashton Barrett. Kirsten Brookins. Andrew Bendy. Crystalline Brookins. Mario Campione. Jasmine Bolero. Jordan Caraballo. Rosa Kamaj. Lucas Carrion. Catherine Conklin. Steven Cherepanov. Selena Covington. Michael Ciardo. Danielle Curry. Travis Cogswell. Michaela Doyen. Matthew Conklin. Malia Drayton. Robert Crowell, the Jr. Aaliyah Durant. Jessica Fernandez Centeno. Anthony Cuellar Ramirez. Maggie Freestone. Joshua Decker. Jordan Gandula. Luke Duval. Angel Giratano Rogers. John DePaulo. Itzel Gonzalez. Casio Fonseca. Olivia Gore. Jordan Gandula. Harrison Gilbert. Alicia Graves. Frank Gomez Novello. Jada Hamilton. Elijah Graves. Yasiris Hernandez. Tiana Helms. Vincent Henry. Jamar Islam. Janet Hill Ross. Dustin Kratz. Emily Kinney. Stephen Leal. Ureni Leon Martinez. Jake Lashinsky. Jordan Locasio. Brandon Lewis Jr. Nigel Lois. Dylan Mann. Caitlin Macera. Michael Mathurin. Esmeralda Macias. Bobby McLeod. Natasha McLeod. Sean McMahon Jr. Sierra McLeod. Manuel Miranda. Destiny Marola. Joseph Palmerini. Janet Orta. Tanner Parks. Rosemary Pesantes Angusica. Justin Payne. Mackenzie Profeta Roman. Michael Perez. Maria Rankin. Ethan Piatek. Tiana Ramirez. Zavante Pinto. Janet Rendon. Kyle Porter. Digna Reyes. Raul Reyes. Mackenzie Reynolds. Marvin Romero. Maya Reynolds. Connor Roth. Chloe Rico. Cesar Santiago. Alexandra Riley. Cameron Santillo. Morgan Roth. Joseph Schmidt. Diamond Steele. Aiden Sensino. Tracy Torrens. Thomas Singleton Jr. Isabella Torres. Jacob Snyder. Areli Vega. Owen Trask. Faith Ann Wilson. Clifford Turner. Tamika Smith. Alexander Wilson. Christopher Wilson. Shawnee Wilson. Justin Winters.
Could Katie Decker please join me here? Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have our graduates stand, please. It is my honor and duty to officially certify the graduates of the class of 2019. Congratulations, class of 2019! Please allow our graduates to complete the recessional.